So, Saquon, you moved from the Bronx to Pennsylvania when you're 5 years old.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any memories of growing up in the Bronx?
Not really much while I was living there. I have a lot more memories. Even though I moved to Pennsylvania at the age of 5, I was back and forth to my grandmother's house and my cousin's house. I have hundreds of memories of my cousin Jamal, my aunt, pretty much my aunt Tima, my aunt Kia, everyone in my family, just going back and forth there. So more memories after I moved from there than when I actually was there.
How big a factor in your life was growing up in Pennsylvania?
It was huge, especially for the sport of football. And PA football and New York football are just completely different, especially from Lehigh Valley to the Bronx. And, it just gave me a better opportunity, a better chance, not only for myself, for my siblings too. So thankful and so grateful for that decision and that sacrifice my parents made.
If you hadn't moved to Pennsylvania, if you just grew up in the Bronx and played high school football there, would you be here right now?
Yes. The reason why I say yes, obviously it would have been a lot harder, but the way that I was raised and the way that my parents raised me, that you can do whatever you want in life as long as you put your mind to it. And I always wanted to play in the NFL since a little kid, and I would have found a way.
Do you remember once watching NFL football in Pennsylvania, looking at the screen and saying, that's going to be me one day?
Yeah, I can clearly remember saying that as a little kid. When I was, sad to say, as a Jets fan growing up, obviously I'm playing for the Giants, watching Curtis Martin, the Thomas Jones, and Mark Sanchez era, and just visualizing myself being there one day and playing in MetLife. Obviously I had visions of the green, put on the green, but I put on the blue and red, and I'm playing for the best franchise in the world and just living the dream.
Is it amazing that your dad loved the Jets? He's got a tattoo of the Jets. And now you're with the other team in town.
Yeah, I know. My dad actually, we were watching them play the other day, and my dad was like, "So are you rooting for them?" And I'm like, "Not really. I mean, I don't care if they win or lose, but yeah, he got a Jets tattoo. He's a big Jets fan, but he's a big fan of his son. So he definitely gonna follow me for the rest of my career."
What was the point in your life in Pennsylvania when you really thought that you were going to be a football player?
I kind of had doubts for a little bit. I wanted to give up on football, just being immature, selfish. Things weren't going my way, so I wanted to give up. And my father gave me some of the best advice that was ever given to me in my life. Once you quit on one thing, you quit. You're a quitter for the rest of your life. You're gonna quit on your family. You're gonna quit on your job, your career, your whatever sport, whatever you decide to do in life. So it kind of made me stuck with it, and that's when my life just kind of changed for me. When my mentality started changing, and when I started really envisioning myself playing the NFL and playing college football. So I'll say that's probably like going to my junior year, my sophomore, going to my junior year, where I really attacked the weight room, really pushed myself and started believing in myself.
Weightlifting has been a huge part of your football life. Why?
It's everything. I truly am a believer what you do in the weight room and what you do in training translates to the field. And that's how you continue to get better. And it literally just, in my life, every year I got stronger in the weight room, got faster in training, got more flexibility, just got a better athlete off the field. I became a better athlete on the field. So if it's working for me, might as well continue to keep working with it.
If you're now in the Giants weight room here, do guys really want to see what you're all about? Do guys watch you in the weight room and they watch you do your stuff?
Nah, I wouldn't say they really do. NFL training is a lot different than what it is in college. It's not about who can power clean the most, who can squat the most. It's all about maintaining strength, continue to have flexibility throughout the season because you want to stay durable. It's a long season, it's a long grind, so it's a different type of workout, but it's also still a great workout.
So, what running backs when you were a kid did you like watching?
Like I said, I was big fans of Curtis Martin, Thomas Jones, also a big fan of Barry Sanders. I never really got to see him play, but with the help of YouTube and highlights, be able to watch him play and the way he carried himself was truly amazing. And in college, watching Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon, Alvin Kamara, and all those guys who are dominating the league right now. So those guys are guys who helped me become the player I am today.
Are there any running backs that you've watched tape of who you've taken a piece of their game? Give me an example of somebody who you've taken a piece of their game.
Every single one. to be completely honest. Every back that I watch, even when I was competing in college against guys like Darius Geis and Christian McCaffrey and those guys, I watched their film to add to my game. My dad always told me, never try to be the next someone, try to be the next you. But I continue to watch their part again and add to my game. For example, the way Le'Veon Bell, his patience. I love his dead leg. I love how Ezekiel Elliott, his physicality. Alvin Kamara, how you can split him out and be a threat, catching the ball at the backfield. Shady cuts are ridiculous. All those guys.
McCoy.
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy. All those guys, the way they play, they all have their own talent. And I try to, I still won't be the word, but try to add it to my game to help me become
It's all right. Coaches in the NFL steal from their peers. You can steal something from Le'Veon Bell.
I don't want to say steal, though, but it is a copycat league, like you said. So I just try to take pieces of their game to make myself a better player.
When you played Jacksonville, you had that long touchdown run. Did you know right away? You had 6 people touch you on that run, 6 Jaguars. Did you know right away you were going to have enough space to make that play?
You really never know, but you always have to believe. And I kept telling the offensive line that, and we kind of had that same mindset and message throughout the game. They were doing a really good job with the run game, and it's Jacksonville. They're one of the best defenses in the league. But I kept remembering saying that, it's a long game and one's going to pop. And the offensive line did a great job of blocking, creating me a little hole with a space, and Evan did a great job cutting it off. And as a running back, you want to make your guy miss. And I made my guy miss, and I was able to get to the sideline. And the wide receiver, especially Sterling Shep when I play, did an awesome job blocking down the sideline, helped me break open and get into the end zone for the first time.
The one move that you made to make Miles Jack miss right there at the line, when you guys watched that tape on Monday or Tuesday after the game, was there a lot of people going woo-woo in the film room?
No, not really, because obviously it was after a loss, and the message is keep the good, lose the bad. So it was a pretty cool run, a pretty good run. I couldn't dream of a better way of finding the end zone that way for my first time. But obviously we didn't get the win, so it don't really matter that much to me.
I want to ask you 2 things about the draft. Is this the way you wanted the draft to go? You're sitting there on draft night. Did you want the Giants, or were you hoping the Giants would pass you and maybe you go to the Jets or somewhere else?
I wanted to go to whatever team wanted me. You put in a position to live your dream, and you put in a position that you work so hard to get to, that any team that drafted you, you're going to be grateful for. But being able to get drafted by the New York Giants is the most ideal situation for me. Obviously, 2 days before the draft, having my first kid, my daughter Jada, just for me and my girlfriend, just the area, New York is so much closer to our home, so our family can help. So it was definitely the most ideal situation for me.
When you hear people say, God, the Giants have a 37-year-old quarterback, they should have taken a quarterback at number 2 because they need their quarterback in the future. A running back's great, but they needed a quarterback. What do you think when you hear that?
I do hear that a lot, but like I said, I only can control what I can control, and I'm so fortunate enough that the Giants picked me in that situation, and I just hopefully throughout my career I can prove them right.
Does it make you angry when you hear that?
No. If I let that get me angry, I would let every other critic or comment about me get angry too. So I really don't focus too much into the outside factors. I try to stay focused on myself and my team and try to get better as I can every single day.
Adrian Peterson once told me the key for a running back is running away from the other color. So you face the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be with white on Sunday night. You running away from white?
Yeah, you're definitely running away from them. My mindset is I believe in myself that anytime I touch the ball, I'm capable of scoring. So whatever it takes, if it's going through someone, if it's going around, if it's going over, spin, juke, whatever it takes for you, whatever fits your tool belt that helps you in that situation. Obviously, I have to continue to grow, understanding situations, when not to take your chance, understanding the sticks. If it's third and 1, should just be physical and get downhill. But that's my mindset of whatever it takes to find a way to get in the end zone. That's the type of style I run.
Do you see yourself as sort of the new age running back? You can be physical, you can catch the ball with one hand, you can get around the corner, but you also can run between the tackles.
Yeah, I do believe that, and I think that's where the game is going towards, especially with the running game and especially with the running backs. Like I mentioned, the Le'Veons and the Alvin Kamaras, and that's what made them so special. And I want to be a special player. I want to be elite one day, and I got to continue to work for that. And I think if I could continue to work on my craft and become a better receiver, better runner, better outside of tackles runner, all in one, will only help me elevate my career.
Being elite for a running back, in your mind, is also being a good receiver.
Yes, it's everything. Be an all-around back. There's some people that are one-dimensional, two-dimensional. I want to be able to catch the ball, run routes, run in between, run outside, pass block, pick up pass block, seeing the blitzes like a quarterback. And I'm still young, and I still have a lot of work to do there. But I'm gonna strive every single day to try to be the best I can.
Did you watch a lot of NFL games when you were at Penn State?
Not really. I did watch a lot more NFL games in high school and middle school growing up.
But like on Sunday night at Penn State, you're not glued to the TV.
Yeah, not glued to TV. You're either more glued to just spending time with your friends or even glued to watching film because you're preparing for your next opponent that week.
Yeah. How cool is it for you to realize you're playing the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football in your second game as a pro?
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome moment. Sunday Night Football, I get to go back to the place where I was drafted, get to go against, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Sean Lee, a Penn State legend. Definitely excited to go against those guys and, do whatever I can. Hopefully we can come out this week with a win.
Do you sort of feel like your life has come full circle now, from the Bronx to Pennsylvania and now back?
Yeah, I mean, when you put it in that way and you put it in that perspective, it really has. Started in New York, left New York for a better opportunity and come back to a great opportunity. And that's something that I got to remember and cherish and think of people that are going to be in my certain situation and try the best I can do to give back.
Corny as it sounds, was it meant to be for you to come back here?
I think only one person really knows that. I think only God knows that. But it feels like it. It really does feel like it. And like I said, I'm living a dream, and I'm just trying to, at a young age, just live in a moment, cherish the moment, and try to become better every single day.
What's been your family's role in getting you to this point right now?
I don't think I would be the man I am today without my family. And when I mean my family, I don't just mean my parents. I mean my brothers and sisters, my mom and dad. They all had a role in helping me get to this point. It may be so little, but there's so many things that they have done in their life. The biggest thing is being honest, especially my parents, being honest about their mistakes, being open about their mistakes, so I can learn from and, learn from their mistakes and help me grow and mature into the man I am today. And, even though I'm the middle child in my family, I'd go about my life trying to, inspire my little brother and his little sisters. My little sister right now, she's playing field hockey. My little brother, he's playing high school football right now. He's coming into his own. I believe he has great potential, and I just kind of want to set the example for them and try to be a role model and continue to give back to them and show that I was able to buy my mom a house, show that, anything that you dream of in life you can get, and that's something that growing up I wanted to do. I told my mom that when I was a little kid, saying that I'm gonna buy you a house one day, and I was able to do that and accomplish that dream.
Why did you want to buy your mother a house?
There's a lot of families go through a lot of struggles, and my parents, my family had their own struggles before, and that's something that I thought that we never really had. We obviously always had a home over our house, over our head, but had to pay rent. Now my mom don't have to really focus on that anymore.